Bury this game in a ditch, thrown aside, don't bring it home. We're burning copies in the wood, downfalling with Vergil, all alone.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bad Game Hall of Fame. I'm Charky, and with me here tonight is Johnny Baghead.
Hello!
And we are bringing you Vergil's Downfall, the DLC set of levels for DmC, Devil May Cry. Oh, this is it. This is the end of DmC Devil May Cry. We finally, the time has come. And so have we, except for Cass, who is sitting this one out. Cass is off in another dimension, having a journey of self-discovery, figuring out who they really are, what they need out of life. But I know what I need. I need to finish this game so we can finally put it to bed. Looking forward to this one?
I'm curious to see if my impressions of this DLC are the same. I'll admit this is I've seen it but not played the DLC. But I'm curious if having more direct interaction will change my opinion of how it appears.
So
we'll see.
I've played this game in general before, right? And when I played through this playthrough for the stream, at the end of it, I came away with the feeling that this isn't good. This isn't a very good game. Even like the strengths that I feel like it has are kind of undercut by a lot of design decisions that ultimately just don't make this a good game. And when I played through the game like 2 years ago, originally, I was left with the impression that like my lingering memory was of the good stuff in the game. I didn't really remember the bad stuff. And like, so I came into this playthrough going like, I think this game's going to be pretty fun to play, all the way through. I played a little bit of Vergil's campaign back in the day, and my lasting memory of that is, oh, I hate this. So I don't even have rose-tinted glasses about this one. I am not looking forward to playing this one. But we have had comments saying, yeah, but Vergil's DLC was pretty good. And there have been some people online saying that. And I'm surprised. That's like, before those comments, I had never heard anyone say anything good about this DLC.
Yeah, I was surprised to see there were some positive comments. And again, much like the base game, about the gameplay of the DLC. Haven't seen any story praise specifically.
I definitely have not seen any story praise.
Yeah, we're coming in with fresh eyes, so who knows? We'll find out in a couple of hours, won't we?
Well, yeah, we're coming with fresh eyes and a fresh stomach, which is most important for Turkey Stream Snack. Tonight's stream snack is a Lonnie New Orange Kiss. I didn't have time to prepare anything better than that, so we're going with what we got. And tonight's snack is Atkins Indulge Caramel Nut Chew Bar, which is on the phrase on the scale of moist to cellar door. This falls more on the bad mouth feel line of like words to say or phrases to say. But
is that Atkins brand as in the
diet.
Bygone diet? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not so much Bygone because you can still buy this stuff.
I didn't know that. That was like a blast from the past when I heard that name, because he was very big in the 2000s in the UK.
He was, yeah.
And then he wasn't.
Yeah, got taken over by... what was the immediate follow-up to Atkins? What was the fad that immediately followed that? Because I wrote like a paper on the thing that immediately followed Atkins. It wasn't keto.
Tea stuff, I think.
It was what?
I remember that. I remember like detox stuff being a big thing afterwards.
There
was... Sorry to get crude. There was a specific, quote, dietitian. I think she claimed to be a doctor, but she had one of those like specialties that isn't real, and our whole thing was she was like giving diet advice based on your I try and think of like the politest way to put this, because it's the stream stack, but you know, your
waste,
your business calls, your waste. You make your business calls, and people have to be like, she's not a specialist in anything. She hasn't got an actual doctorate. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
So that's not the one I was thinking of, but I'm not gonna spend too much time pondering like what specific fad diet. I'm trying this fad diet's caramel nut chew bar. Let's give this a taste. Mm-hmm.
How's that bar treating you?
Well,
hey, how you crazy kids doing?
Hey,
hello.
So I know you wanted to talk about the stream snack.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to give an update to the people at home that the red Monster, not Monster, what's the brand? What's the shitty brand that I forsake Monster to drink? Rockstar. The shitty Fruit Punch Rockstar is still sitting in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be waiting 2 weeks to drink it, and I don't trust it.
Yeah, no.
Just want to give that update. I'm drinking Powerade tonight because I'm not on the show.
That's good. Hydrate. As you know.
How's that bar?
Okay. It kind of tastes like a Payday bar a little bit, but this is, first of all, it's like a Payday bar with a little chocolate in it, because this is basically just like a chocolate bar with a one thin layer of caramel and then a big layer of not actual like nuts to bite into, just like a nut paste, more or less. So if you know like the center of a Payday bar and that kind of like general kind of nut flavor that comes with that, it kind of tastes like that. But if you can imagine, much like a soda, if a candy bar could go flat, it also tastes like that.
Impressive.
It does taste like a Payday bar that somehow the flavor has started to evaporate out of it. It's not awful, but I would say for Atkins, their coconut thing, their Mounds ripoff, is definitely a lot better. Johnny, what are you having?
Yes, I have a vanilla latte. Nicey. And I don't know if this is international, but in the UK, today was Pancake Day. I don't know why we have a Pancake Day, but it's good. So I have a leftover pancake that I put some chocolate orange spread in that I'll dig into later. That's a treat. Ooh.
You know what's part of the thing about that nut bar that makes it taste a little, like I said, flat? Is there's only 1 gram of sugar in it. So probably that lack of sugar is kind of undercutting the Payday flavor. Probably that, yeah. I think coconut has enough like natural sweetness in it to kind of cover up the lack of sugar in this. But hey, it's probably not bad to cut back on sugar, because we have had like this big jug of praline pecans around the house. So maybe cutting the sugar back in a few other places is a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that will do it for Sharky's Stream Snack.
All right, pop me up on screen for just a second. There is one more bit. There is actually a real reason I wanted to come on the show real quick.
You're off to the side, so deal with that.
That's perfect. That's fine by me. I just wanted to step in, quickly say, hey, thanks for 5,000 subscribers on the YouTube front to folk who may be watching this on YouTube. We just finally hit the milestone overnight. We've been hovering for a minute, so I was glad to finally have that number. We still got a long way to climb up to get back to those heights I would like to achieve. Never higher beyond that. But we thank you for giving this goofy-ass show a shot. Those of you who tune in, subscribe off the back of these. Those of you who just came in for the bad music uploads and then stuck around to the point where we were watching this stream, thank you. And so on and so forth. Here's to the next 5,000. All right, you two take it away.
All right, thank you. All right, so yeah.
Dino Gem awarded.
Thank you. And... is it? Yeah, 5,000 subs. Thank you all very much. We only need, 95,000 more to get our first plaque. So,
yeah.
here's to it. All right. And speaking of getting to it, let's get to that game. Let's mute the microphone as we have a coughing fit.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what. Yeah, that sounds very strange on my end, so I wasn't sure what happened. Wasn't sure if someone like used a saw to make like a hole around your chair and you just like fell through the floor.
No, please, I'm sitting on a bed. All right. So, Vergil's Downfall functions on an entirely different save slot system. You can see, this is as far as I got when I first played this. Before I was like, nah, I'm good. Wait, that's not the one I want to do. There. Alright, we're just definitely playing this on normal. Yes, I do need tutorial messages. But only Vergil.
That's nice.
That is
Don't
nice,
see that
yeah.
often in games.
What happened to us, Father? Dante betrayed me. There's nothing left for me here. Is this home?
Vergil. Vergil.
Mother?
All right.
I need to make sure that the
Subtitles,
Vergil's Downfall doesn't have like different. Yeah, it has different settings. All my settings are different.
It comes off like the PC. Maybe it worked like this on console as well. It comes off on PC like it's a different executable almost. It's very strange.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of this. But
Which
yeah,
granted,
so-
some console games do work that way as well. But
at least this is the same. This is normal. Changes.
But so we have our first sign that the budget had run out by the time they got to making this.
This place.
The stylistic choice, please. So where we last left Vergil in the story, Dante stabbed him, and then he got up, and then he opened a portal, and then he walked through it, and now we're here.
Yeah.
I do have to assume that this is immediately following the story of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I still have Angel Dash. In fact, I should be able to see what I do have, just base ability-wise. Alright. His evade is a little different. He has Trick Up, he has Trick Down. Angel Boost. Go To, and Bring To. Now, I don't usually actually play as Vergil in these games. I don't get into his gameplay. So, I don't know how much of this is new compared to when he was playable in 3 Special Edition. Or was he new? Playable in 3?
In Special Edition, he's
yeah.
playable, yeah. So, Trick Up and Down, that's key to his moveset, for sure.
My amulet. It's gone.
And...
Oh, okay.
I don't think... Actually, I'd have to play it again. I'm trying to remember if he had the... He definitely didn't have the pull, but But he might have been able. I think he could tell. He could also just trick towards enemies in free.
That
which is
sounds
what
like a
they've
thing he can do. But
yeah,
yeah,
which they've replaced with the like throw the sword and then warp to enemy thing. Which is kind of how the trick stuff works in 4 special edition onwards for him.
Yeah, it feels like that is a concession to how this game just plays on a baseline level, and they had to make a Vergil version of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, you probably have more experience with general Vergil gameplay.
Yeah, I'll say
I
so
do.
far that the
Uh-oh.
oh, and it begins.
That was my bad.
We'll see. Well, we'll see how it goes, but that might be a theme for this DLC. Whenever I think of this DLC, I think of falling off of platforms in combat encounters.
So, okay.
But yeah, so far I see. Yeah, he has to summon swords. Where he, makes the phantom blades and throws them, and his Yamato combos. He's got the basic. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
And that's his other combo.
That's a bit different. The delay part is kind of the same, but then it goes its own way afterwards.
In fact, we can see what we have.
Yeah.
We have
And then,
aerial
he has his launcher.
helm, and then just that.
Yeah.
Oh, this game is locking up right there. Okay.
And he does have his own helm breaker, but he has on a different weapon in the other games.
I will say something that's tripping me up is with trick up, because I have a bad habit of like leaning into my attacks, which is to say I'm moving and then I'm still holding moving when I'm attacking. So if I do that and I want to trick up, nope, I'm doing that. I gotta let go entirely of the thumbstick, which that's a me thing. That is definitely a bad habit I have, but it's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, I forgot how bad this downfall haircut looks on Vergil. Especially in the menu. He looks real goofy in the menu.
Poor Vergil. Are you lost? Damn you, Dante.
I'll say something. We're getting it clear that Dante in his mind is like an antagonistic asshole to him, like already just that one line. I like the idea that the manifestation in one's own mind of the person you hate isn't actually what they're like in real life. It is a caricature, right? I feel like that's something that sometimes fiction forgets, is that if you're imagining someone and you're angry with them, you're imagining the worst version of them. Like, this Dante's not going to talk like actual Dante. He's going to talk like this monster that Vergil thinks that he is.
Yeah, funny you say that.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just giving them away.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but yeah, this DLC is very platforming heavy. Like, actual platforming, not all the...
Oh, it all takes
kind of
place
railsy stuff.
in tutorial realm, if I remember correctly.
Basically, yeah. Like, they repurpose stuff from the main game. Okay, it'll come up a bit more, but we'll start from the beginning. That where this game takes place is very confusing, because...
All right, you mentioned this.
It comes off as being like a internal struggle, but I remember that some of the developers were in fan discords at the time and said, "No, this is all really happening." So apparently, Vergil is actually like physically in some version of Limbo here.
By the way, I know
what will go on. It will get very confusing.
I know it's early on already, but can you take control for just a sec? I gotta stand up for a moment.
Sure. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I'm having a rough time here. I'm Vergil. I'll say, like, on paper, the idea of a Vergil DLC where he actually has bespoke levels and encounters sounds cool because he's never gotten that. He always just got, oh, here's a version of him you can play the main levels through. And yeah, he does get some unique enemies as well.
So how does it feel so far with no abilities?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
The lack of abilities, but like the basics of Vergil's feeling is there.
I'll let you wrap up this fight before I just rest control.
Though I had to remind myself that launcher's on B.
Yeah. I don't particularly like how the summon swords feel, but maybe that's just because it's early on. You only have like the one.
I remember there being a lot slower, even upgraded, but we'll see.
I think it's part of the reason.
Knock him to the floor.
I think part of the reason that I never really. All right, I'll take it. I think part of the reason I never really get into Vergil gameplay in these games is because usually by the time I beat the game, I'm like, I'm ready to take a break. So I'm not ready to jump right back into another playthrough as Vergil.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's hard to go right into a game as Vergil. All right.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So we got crosscut, judgment slash, enemy step. Is enemy step even particularly useful for Vergil in this one?
I mean, you definitely would be able to do the same kind of broken stuff as Dante can do in the main game.
Yeah, but I feel like most of the broken stuff I did of Dante with enemy step was just goofing off and like...
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can hold off on it for now. I really don't like the almost all the upgrades are just damage boosts besides Judgment Cut.
I feel like we should take Judgment Cut, right? Because it's Judgment Cut. Alright, and then next one I'll update is Slasher. How are items looking here? Health cross. We're not quite there yet.
Vergil, my son, you're dead.
What?
You're trapped here, just like me. But you can escape. You still have a chance. The light. Find the light and get out of here.
Find the light and bury it.
The light?
Makes sense in like 10 years, trust me.
One thing I'll say, because we saw it a little bit in the Dante campaign, that some of the early levels have collectibles you can't get until you're upgraded. I don't remember at all if this campaign also has that gimmick going on. I'm guessing it might do, actually.
I think...
Unless you just have to do like a really good corner upgrade.
Is this standable? Yep, this is easy.
Oh, there we go. Okay, it was a little easier, I thought. So I see Sid in chat bringing up don't what you mean, John, everyone loved upgrading guns in Devil May Cry 3. I mean, to be, you know, I know that was put in because they wanted to put some systems in there for people who legitimately liked how Devil May Cry 2 played. Though, honestly, in a very superficial way. Because the gun upgrades don't do that much. It's just something annoying you kind of do at the tail end of upgrading all Dante stuff.
Oh, ooh. I interrupted the camera. Vergil also doesn't have a double jump, which is throwing me off. And it's
No,
very
no,
clear
but
that
that's
he doesn't have one.
yeah, but that's always been the case. You're supposed to trick up in midair instead. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get some height off of that. But again, if I have the joystick tilted at all, he does a dash instead.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
you know,
wait, okay.
I meant to, but I was doing other stuff. I did want to load up like special Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, and just get like a quick grasp of how he feels. I want to say
I'd trick
the
up
different
and then...
tricks. Yeah.
No.
Remember you got the A move as well.
The A move?
The air dash. Yeah, it's like angel trigger plus. Yeah, angel boost. I think you just need to use that.
Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Somehow it's only been a week since I played this, but I feel like it's been a month. Oh, a miracle resonance. All right.
Oh, right. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, so it's so you could go back, but that's an awkward way of they did that.
I just. All right.
No, I think you have to dash. Oh, actually, that might work. However high.
Okay, again, that did a.
There we go. Nice.
That feels like not the way I was supposed to do that, but whatever gets you there.
But yeah, I could be wrong, but I think if you have the lock-on button in the other games, it's a bit easier to manage how you do trick up and down because you can use the lock-on button as a modifier, so you don't have to worry if you're, being all willy-nilly with the stick.
Can I just judgment come from down here? Nope. It's not track up.
No, I say I don't like the weird ground way judgment cut is in here. It's very different from 3.
Oh,
or even 4 when Dante gets the move.
I am starting to feel once again the lack of a lock-on in this.
Yep.
All right, up. Go. And you.
I honestly feel like it's especially notable with Vergil because his game plan is so built around that.
Yes. So let's see. Do this. Come to me. All right. Because I need to remember to follow up judgment cuts with like some sort of chase move, chase or pull.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a second one. There you are.
One thing I also find about Vergil in this DLC, at least compared to the main game, and I've already mentioned the stuff with the animation where a lot of the cutscenes are going to be animated, and we'll see more of that. I don't get the impression that the Capcom Japan devs were as involved with this DLC either, because I find some of his combat animations look real dodgy.
Maybe they didn't know they were making this. Maybe they just did this on the side. And are like, we have the license to Devil May Cry, right? We can do a Vergil DLC.
Yeah, like I said, I wish
this
we
feels
knew
timed.
a little bit more about some of it, but the impression I get is just they wanted to do this DLC. They assumed the game was going to sell a lot better. It was not selling well, as we covered in the Part 4 stream. And so this DLC got massively scaled down to what it was supposed to be.
So that was timed.
Yeah, I think at the last second I saw some stuff in the upper right, but they did not point you there very well.
No. Like, the main campaign is generally, if I remember correctly, pretty good about in these scenes where you're just like platforming. It's like, this is where you need to go next. Like, sometimes there's an issue, but...
Yeah, they actually point the camera a little bit. It's also just...
Oh, those all felt real precarious.
The platforming was already a weak point in the campaign. It's so weird to me they like doubled down on it in this DLC. don't know, maybe it's... I get the impression that DLC was meant to be, like, harder than the base game. And maybe that was one way they thought they were making it harder, but... I don't know if the platforming issues in this feel like a difficulty increase as more as a jank increase. But yes, like, some of Vergil's animation, like, the way he does the judgment cut when he re-sheaths the sword just looks very... It doesn't look very smooth. And there's some animations he has as well.
Also, this
like, if you told me
is...
this was, like, fan-made animations, some of them, I'd believe you. And yeah, the music is not...
Yeah, the music's not
great.
doing it. Like, say what you will if you don't care for the music in the main game, but it had some sort of punch to it. I assume I need to... Yeah. Okay, you come to me, because I'm not gonna... Okay, you can't.
Yeah, not while he's glowing.
Nothing's dropping health.
Yeah, that's something I remember about DLC. Which I don't mind the idea of, like, doing DLC that's meant to be, like, more challenging than the base game, but considering you start, you know, at 0 sum as Vergil, that's a bit mean. Doom Eternal had the DLC campaigns that were meant to be harder, but they just give you, here's everything, you've got all the upgrades. And I think that's why it works there better.
I know I'm starting from nothing, but I feel like way more limited than even Dante did at the start of his campaign. I'm holding it like I have the thing for Judgment Cut where you hold it, and I don't. I keep waiting for the shimmer, and it's like not ever going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Because that's how you do the time. Yeah, I don't remember if you have to unlock the...
You have to unlock
version.
the charge, and then you have to unlock the charge where you time it.
Right, yeah.
Really piecemeal it out.
Yeah, it's a weird thing as well with Vergil, because even when he's had, like, upgrades when you play as him, he starts with 3 weapons from the get-go. So in 3, 4, and 5, you have more to the moveset than just this. And this would have been fine for, like, 1 or 2 fights. But considering, yeah, it's like you didn't even have... You had 1 move you could unlock. Because the others were just like strength upgrades.
Which I'm feeling like I should have taken that to make these fights go faster. I don't know how much they expect you to grind for mission, or not mission points, upgrade points in this DLC. Because I'm just gonna be playing through this straight because it's a one-shot thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know how like limited I'm going to be feeling because of that.
We'll see, but from what I remember, I think you do get enough to get most of the upgrades in one playthrough.
This was the one where the gameplay redeemed itself, huh? Like, I know we're early on. I know we don't have any other weapons or upgrades, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, the criticism here is that they're piecemealing way too slow. Which is funny, because the base game had the opposite issue. Where it dumped all of its, like, moveset very early on. And granted, it needed more than the base game had. Oh, yep.
Vergil, wait! You're in danger.
Like, even if this wasn't a budget issue and
You're
not going anywhere.
It kind of looks like an animatic.
How does it feel, brother?
yeah, they feel budget.
Jodariel asks, is any of Vergil's moveset meant to be like his attacks from the original series or not? I mean, Judgment Cut's there, some of the stuff, like the main combo is, but in Trick Up.
Yeah, his His main, the trick stuff is the same. His main Yamano combo and some of his delay combo is the same. The launcher is similar. Helm Splitter he has, but with a different weapon. And we will see some of his other moves that he had on different weapons as well.
Alright, what can I get? And then, wait. Yeah, if I get that, then you can't read it, but below it is Perfect Slice.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to get does more damage.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the one I use the most.
Yeah. But it's still so lame to me that most of the upgrades are just, this move does more damage.
Listen, it's hard to come up with moves.
The other fucking guys figured it out when they made Devil May Cry 1 and 3. I know for 2 they didn't, but you know, less said about that. And 4, obviously.
Look at you. Who are you?
Does not look like Vergil.
Your father gave you everything, and now you have nothing. Everyone you care about, everyone you love, has turned their back on you. How does it feel? My heart. You can't change the past. But what would you do if you had another chance?
Vergil.
Cat, you're still alive. Cat was useful.
Useful.
Cat saved my life.
Vergil, please.
Stay out of this!
Live cat reaction.
Where am I?
That felt like a Linkin Park song. Should have cut in there.
No, Vergil,
Yeah.
stay back.
So Virgil's jawline looks like he's been bone smash maxing.
Yeah, it just looks like a different character. Oh, he cares about Cat now, by the way.
He looked back at his past and he was like, I was a dick.
Here we go, got some more moves.
Okay.
Angel mode.
Quick strikes, rapid slash, flare, orbit, aerial flush, and then more moves are available.
Yeah.
Whoa,
So, yeah,
okay,
so
I'm gonna get in trouble with that move.
Yeah, so that is normally his forward attack button move. You know, like a stinner. That's his version of stinner. So that's the same.
I mean, now I have something else at least now.
Yeah.
Of course, if I go into angel mode, and that's just attack. So I can't just sit on the ground and attack in angel mode like I could with Dante. That is purely like a stinger if I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, my launcher doesn't launch.
Yeah.
That is more of a on-the-ground attack.
Yeah. I'll say that's been a Rooney move. That is not a classic Vergil move, in case you were wondering. I can kind of see what move they're emulating with that spinning air move, but it didn't look as goofy.
Oh god, I only just now got S rank on anything.
Yeah.
There it goes.
It's weird. That's a vague thing I remember about when I've watched playthroughs of this DLC, is that it looks like they wanted to make something more for like hardcore fans who had those issues, you know, pretty much what we had with the base game. So getting high star in this actually is a lot harder, but it feels like they course corrected too much.
Now, which way is forward progress? Because I don't want to go that way. That way looks like forward progress.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything over there, though.
Yeah. It was a minor thing, but they added that button to Devil May Cry 5 that just points the camera towards progress. I think it's similar to that. I think it's the same as what Resident Evil 6 does as well, where you can hold a button to see where to go, so you know where optional stuff is or not. It's a weird mechanic, but I love it. Yeah, just I don't care if you have to gamify it. Let me know if I'm missing stuff.
Yeah, if you tell me where to go, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Except for that instance. I actually did not want to go down.
Yeah. Okay, give me another, and she can be like, "Hey, Vergil, listen," and tell me I'm missing upgrades.
Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna hit me in a sec. I used to like to, jump up in the air at these fellas, but now everything is a pit, so...
Yeah.
Seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. And I imagine part of that is to make him feel distinct from Dante in the base game, who is very aerial-based. And yeah, like, Vergil has been a more grounded-based fighter in all his iterations.
Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of these enemies fly.
Yeah. I guess they want you to be demon pulling a lot, but sometimes I think the enemies have counters to make it so that you can't do that.
Yeah, like this guy right now.
We'll see, though. Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
Whoop. Nope, they mean literally dash in, not move towards a portal as in walk up to it. They mean move your thumbstick and hit. Alright, what do we got?
Yeah.
More damaging.
More damaging.
Got a launcher.
That's a cool new move. I'll give him that.
First thing I want to upgrade, though, is I do just want more damage out of this.
Yeah, yeah. No, totally fair.
And
See,
honestly,
there you go. That at least has a function to it.
Yeah,
because that embeds the sword in. Yeah. This is something we were talking about in the Discord, actually. Discord.gg/BGHOF. That, we talked about in a playthrough.
You're gonna need to leave the call and come back in, by the way. You're roboting a bit.
Oh, I will. Yep.
Oh, jeez, which way is forward?
Here we go. But, we've talked about some of the ideas that this game had that they brought into Devil May Cry 4 Special in 5. And I remember that Vergil's sword embed mechanic, where he has to... Oh, I'm still Daft Punk. I don't know what I can do about that. I have a theory, but I don't know how easy it would be for me to do this. How easily can I rejoin Parsec? Would that mess with things too much?
You would have to, we could just take a moment. We don't have to hit intermission or anything.
Okay.
Let me just close that scene. Okay. Yep, go ahead. Jump back in. Okay. And we should be good.
Let us know if that's better, and that will confirm a theory of mine.
That's not better. I don't know, maybe I solo this episode. I don't want to do that, but... you haven't already, have you tried like force quitting out of the?
I'll try that quick. Yeah.
I have no idea where I ended up going for that. And for such a sparse environment, like, this seems like a real easy one to get lost in. And again, like, for some reason, it feels like it's been, like, a month since I last played this game, but I don't remember the main game being this labyrinthian. And Cass is saying, set my bitrate, or my bandwidth back down low in parsec. I did that before the show.
Meatball.
Right.
Johnny Bot 201 reporting in.
Sounds better so far. We'll see.
Good.
If it fucks up again, I'll drop my bitrate even lower than it is.
Yeah. So, alright. Thanks you for that, folks. Let us know. Sorry about that. But yeah, this sword embed mechanic, where he needs to embed the sword to do the trick towards enemy thing, is apparently quite contentious with some people in the fandom. Like, the reaction I've seen from some people is that it apparently just straight up ruins him in the games where he has that mechanic. And I don't get it. It's such a minor change. But, you know, that's just me.
It does seem like restarting Discord in general helped. Thank you, Magic Mouse. That missed somehow.
I wonder if they want you to be popping off summon swords a lot as well for like high style in this.
Like, they feel so ineffectual. Like, there's a whole upgrade tree for him, but
yeah,
it's just like, good, I did that.
I'll definitely say for Vergil's gameplay in the other games that the upgraded summon sword moves is a big part of his game plan.
Is that the way I came? No, I came from over there. Okay, all roads lead to Rome. What about the... Oh, no, that's bad.
I almost spit out my coffee there.
Cat, be sure to hold the thumbstick and now you got it.
Yeah, that's what we want, a smaller combat arena.
Oh, thank God. I was feeling real nervous being in this big open area.
It's also strange to me that in some of the cutscenes, both in-game and animated, he's all hobbly and bloody and weak, and then you get into combat and he's just like, yeah, I'm good.
Fine. Yeah.
You know what? Devil May Cry, we didn't talk about in the main playthrough, but I was rewatching some stuff and it made me realize this. Devil May Cry always did such a good job establishing, so how vulnerable is Dante? And they answer it very quickly. Here he is getting stabbed in the chest. Oh, he's fine. He's very durable. And the best we get in this is, oh yeah, some lady scratched his back like that Buck Cherry song, and it healed over in the morning, which is not that strong.
Does he not have a moment of the whole? I mean, he doesn't have anything as iconic as getting stabbed against the wall and just peeling it off himself. But does he not have anything even remotely like that?
Well, there's, like I said, there's the scratches on his back.
I mean, beyond that, you
and
know, like an actual attack or something.
There is a flashback where he's like poking a hole in his chest to see his heart. But because that's a flashback image, we don't get much of detail there. And that's about it, really.
I honestly assumed that was symbolic when he did that scene.
Well, it is. It's just a literal take on symbolism. Yay, health upgrade.
That was not a health upgrade, I don't think. Oh, was it? Was that a full?
Yeah, it's a cross. I think the cross is a full upgrades.
Oh, it was a cross. I thought it was a star.
Yeah, oh, okay. I'm going to read this comment from Jodario in chat. I know this is just Vergil's mind, or at least the manifestation of Cat is, but it sucks that they brought her back to have her do nothing again. So, like I said, this is something that developers have confirmed. I can't really source it because it's from Discord servers. I don't know if they exist anymore. Yes, Cat is a manifestation of Vergil's mind here, but this is all real. We're not in Vergil's mind palace, apparently. Which gets... It gets very confusing.
I'm assuming
I guess
this
he's
is a
basically in silent... Yeah.
Yeah. That this is a real thing, but everything here is a manifestation of what he's thinking.
But I'm not going to say who, but one character we run into is real. That one developer in... It used to be the Reddit Devil May Cry Discord. I don't know if it still exists in that form. But they were posting in there at one point, and they confirmed that one character that Vergil meets in this DLC is real. And when I say who it is, it will not make any sense.
Oh, I think I already know, but I'll wait.
Yeah, have a little look. Why did they even have the cup there?
Take a breather, just like, whew. Oh, can I get sensational out of it? Nope, not happening. I'm remembering why I didn't finish this already. I feel like I'm gonna have a cast moment by the end of this, where I really look at everyone who's saying that this is good online and being like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was very surprised when I saw a couple of those posts, because that was the opposite impression I had. But you know, you can't just base your opinion off of just what you experienced. There's a big world out there. So I don't know what the general consensus is.
I'm trying to incorporate the summon swords a little bit more now. A little.
Oh, these look so bad. I'm sorry, artists who did them. I'm sure you were rushed. I'm sure it's not your fault.
Yeah, they look like animatics. They look like...
Are you okay?
This was like a first pass.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
But you're dead. It's funny you had to die to understand humanity.
I rescued you from demons, remember? I gave you a home, a reason to live.
No, you used me and you betrayed me.
Everything you hate me for, it had to be done.
Really? You deceived us, Vergil. Me and your brother. Dante. Now that's a real man. You're weak. Almost pitiful. You'll never be half the man he is.
But my dick, it's bigger than his.
You told me so. That scene I find particularly funny because, yeah, Cat here is obviously not the real Cat, it's just a manifestation. But outside of like the playing on the brotherly, like what's the I lose words sometimes. The insecurities. Everything else she says is 100% true, and because this is a manifestation from Vergil, apparently he believes it as well. He believes that he was a dick who betrayed Dante and Vergil.
So before we go on, you
again?
Yeah, you restart Discord, and I'm gonna drop bit rate for a sec.
Right.
So 1 sec, folks. I mean, I'm still here. We're
Right,
not going to intermission, but I'm gonna drop this dramatically. Okay. And then should be able to pull this up. And then we'll see when Johnny gets back in. As I wait, I'll go to the shop. Alright. Yeah, I want to get charge.
Okay.
And let's see how this operates.
Who knows? Maybe just my actual internet is being bad tonight.
Yeah, because you're roboting still. I feel like I might drive myself crazy if I really try to focus on perfect slice. What did I get? I get Rising Star. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna... I don't know if Johnny's still here or not. I'm gonna continue and
I am.
just talk. Oh, you're here. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just interject a tiny bit less. But yeah, I don't know how much came through. I just find it funny that the version of Cat in Vergil's mind knows that he was a dick who used her and portrayed her. Says a lot about his character.
I killed her. And you are stronger now. Isn't that what you always wanted? Power. Absolute power, Vergil.
He's at the fin. He's at the fin.
A son of Sparta. Become the son of Sparta.
Vergil looks different every single time they draw him here. He has no consistency.
Also, doesn't work in this game where Sparta's not the legendary knight.
Welcome to hell, brother.
I don't have a brother anymore.
Congrats on your transition.
You know, I was the one running away, living in the slums. You enjoyed a comfortable life. Look who's on top now. You don't belong anywhere. Guess that's why you're here. Well, that and 'cause I killed you.
And Vergil did walk into here of his own volition.
I'm liking the new look. Fuck yeah.
Okay, is Dante the real one?
No.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It was going to turn out Dante was actually the real Dante here, some fucking how.
No. No, it's not quite that dumb. Oh, do you see what they're teasing though? There's going to be a big confrontation between the brothers.
I'm assuming he's the final boss of this DLC, because that would make sense. But we'll see.
Oh yeah, because yeah. See, you should have kept playing.
How many do I have? I'm close to another heart container. I can get up there.
That cutscene also alludes to the prequel comic stuff I mentioned. That Dante, you know, went into foster care, and Vergil ended up with like a rich family.
Divorce? Sure.
It's a bit on the nose.
Alright, just a 3-hit combo.
Yeah.
That.
From what I remember, besides Killer Bee, which looks real dumb in this, and it has no impact. I believe most of the demon moveset, devil moveset, is new to this game.
The cut. I know Cass brought up the cuts in the main playthrough, but there's so much more jarring here because it keeps happening in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
Also, if you could read the message from the
Yep.
in the chat there.
Yep, from VSTPNV, just in case I pronounce it wrong. Music in this DLC always felt kind of uncanny. It does feel like some just ongoing ambient track. Like I'm not I can't even tell where the starts and the ends are. It's very strange.
There's like a placeholder feeling to it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like when
Yeah.
the main game has like such a strong identity in terms of its music, and then we just go to this, which just feels aimless. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it has a strong hook or melody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
it doesn't have a strong
running
hook or
theme
melody.
for this DLC feels placeholder. Feels. Oh, we run out of money. We did not sell the millions of copies that Capcom wanted. You know, not entirely Ninja Theory's fault.
For as much as I
Arguably-
kind of end up
Yeah.
complaining about the combat in the base game, this feels just so much more stripped down. Like bare bones, really.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why I had better memories of, like, the main game. Because I played this last, and then I was like, man, the main game fucking ruled, actually. Comparatively.
Yeah, because it's funny. I'd say Vergil in Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition felt slightly underbaked. Like, he needed, like, 2 or 3 more moves.
You know you
And then by 4 and 5, they very much fixed that.
Okay, that was funny.
But this seems more limited than 3 even.
I hate public transport.
Okay. We'll see more of it. I find it very weird that Dante in this is written more like Devil May Cry 3 Dante than he whatever is in the main game. Like, that kind of quip he would never have made in the main game.
He would have said something more like, oh, my penis. I think that was just a vital star.
So, I don't know what they're trying to say by that. Does this game's Vergil, is he the fanboy that's what Dante is like in his head?
I always thought my twin brother would be more witty.
Yeah. Bob does mention some of the news puns in the Bob Barber's fight. That's the closest he gets to that style of writing. And I do like his first spin on this joke, but it's probably just because it's a very British joke.
Oh, I don't have any. Well, let's just see what the upgrades are here. Only one new move, Stomp.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a thing I'd say is also very disappointing, is besides the Killer Bee move and Helmbreaker, he doesn't have anything that represents his other 2 weapons he had in 3. The Force Edge, the 2-handed sword, and the Gauntlet kick pair.
Oh, thank you.
This is Vergil's Devil Trigger.
He can do this now. No cuts, no, like, expository. Like,
Vergil, I'm authorizing your use of your Devil Trigger.
different abilities consume different amounts of Devil Trigger gauge. Attacking enemies replenishes. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, here we go. Now we're getting into proper Vergil shit. Yeah, that's the funny thing about playing Vergil in Devil May Cry games, is you actually don't Devil Trigger that much because you're mostly using the meter to do those moves.
I feel like it should build up maybe a little faster here, if that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But
At least it's faster than the main game.
that's true. The main game really was like, I'll pull it out once in a blue moon because
Yeah.
and
these have
once
the
in a blue
same
moon is
gimmick?
like once every 3 levels.
I want to check, by the way, do the devil attacks break their shields? Like Dante's? Yeah, okay.
They
so
don't like
they're
it.
kind
that's
of
for sure.
color, yeah. They're not quite color coded, but essentially,
It still has the same, like the little cherub guys. I was still pulling
Yeah.
their shields out with.
oh
Devil
yeah,
Pull.
yeah. And these guys, you could, in theory, get behind them
And just
See,
break
this
it
is how you handle gimmicked enemies. Is you make their gimmicks optional, and the challenge is to not rely on a specific gimmick. Yay, our favorite enemy. God, the fucking dive kick's so lame. Like, it's so poorly animated, and just the sound is as well.
Wait a minute. Go really high up. Oh, nope, I missed entirely now.
And the weird just hover in place he does when it hits.
Again, I'd never see the use in, like, pulling them down, because it's easier to just hit them when they're not enraged.
Stop running,
So I just won't put them in enraged state.
Yeah.
Stop following me around.
I'm really worried that these things are gonna, like, unspawn. Oh, wait.
You're gonna pay for this.
I hear it.
Yep. Some guy's being all breathy.
Wait, do they want me to... Okay, this is the way I came. Aha. That's not even what I was going for, but
yeah.
it's better.
Yeah. My headphones tell me that it's to the right in this... When you would...
Yeah, I hear it. Oh, it's right
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Over here.
Oh, another one.
Headphones help there.
It looks like I actually need to go from this way to get that one. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that even would have been possible if I had stayed down there.
Yeah, that
maybe it's further ahead. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Is that a divinity statue? Yes, it is. I still don't have... Wait. Can I... Yes, I can get another health cross. Actually, this is an instance where I should be getting more Devil Trigger crosses, too, so...
It's pretty good, yeah. Next upgrade. While they're still cheap. Oh! I just remembered one good thing about this DLC.
What's that?
It was funny, we were talking about color-coded enemies. I'm pretty sure that is entirely not a mechanic in the DLC.
Oh, that's good. I was treating one earlier like it was color-coded, and then I realized it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, the closest is that the... Like, those shield enemies are slightly orange because they're trying to say, hey, those devil attacks work well. But that's about it.
Speaking of those devil attacks, I don't like how they feel, honestly. They feel like very not impactful.
Yeah. It's kind of the problem with just giving him the one weapon and making it modes. Is it doesn't make sense for him to use it as a slow weapon. I don't know why they didn't just give him transforming weapons like Dante outside of... They didn't have the budget.
They could represent his mental states. Like, maybe, I don't know, his anger is like a axe. Just throwing it out there, you know, just an example.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it would have been probably affordable just take Dante's weapons and give them to him. Just, at least, just visually, at least. You would have had gauntlets for Killer B.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it would look so lame. That would have been so good. Stupid Hulk hands.
Nope, that's not working. I want to get rid of this fucker on the ground first.
It is weird how many of these shield enemies they give to Vergil to fight, considering their whole gimmick was to use the chain to pull their shields off.
I mean, I can still do that ultimately, but...
I know, but I feel like that's a distinction you would want to make, to not have his summon sword pull and warp feel just like the grapple again.
Well, if I'm going to get to that cross piece from earlier, it's got to be around here. What's forward? Forward is that way. I don't know. I think we might have missed out on that health piece. Yeah, I don't think we're getting it. Unless... No.
Coward.
Typical Dante. That's how Vergil remembers him. Yeah.
That bastard always loved to walk. Go through doors. Hate him for that. Alright, fuck it. It seems like this is how you build up your style meters, that move.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how easy it would be, but like a situation like that where you're in the air and you've knocked the enemy down, the idea is to trick back down because it's a quicker way to get down. As a,
Not like that,
like
though. Like that.
Similar idea, just
well,
when you.
The thing is, if you knock them down with your B move, then you're going down with them regardless. So.
Yeah, I think it's because he has other moves that will knock enemies down besides the B move.
I kind of thought he would run out of steam by then. I could just knock them all off, can't I? Doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to pull off.
I'm trying to think, maybe his moveset, because he has less knockdowny moves.
Whoa, close.
Yeah, at least the game tries to keep you on platforms when that happens.
Yeah, like, because this move right here feels like a death trap throughout this entire DLC, but it does not seem to knock you off so much. Just break.
Yeah, I don't know why the things you fight on are so narrow and small and have so many pits.
Or have a cutscene devoted to making the arena smaller before you even get started.
Yep. You know, Definitive Edition fixed a lot, but obviously it wasn't at the scale that it could have addressed that issue, because that would have just been remaking all the levels these encounters happen on.
Why would I go this way? Surely, right? There's something if there's this much level over here. No? Alright.
It's gotta go through these magical gates.
Seems you have nowhere to go.
Nice comeback. There's that Devil May Cry 1-3 wit.
Oh, we're gonna go fight Dante so bad.
You're not giving much confidence by saying that.
I don't know. I didn't mean it was going to be a bad fight. I meant, we're gonna give him a good showing too.
Now, what?
Yeah, good question.
Down? No. You know what? Just reset me. Yeah. That'll do.
I don't know how you would have gotten back out of that without taking damage, actually.
You pay the tax for getting a health piece.
Come on, then.
Let's do this.
Yeah, see, when I said you're not inspiring much confidence.
You defeated him. You kicked him.
For this. Got a last comic line, Dante? Or are we all talked out?
Look his, I love his face there.
Good.
Got like a Muppet mouth.
No! Please, don't!
You don't need it anymore.
He just kicks him.
In some sense of the word, sure. I guess we did complete that. I think this is maybe further than I got my first time pulling through this.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. 1 upgrade point. Well, I don't like any of these. I honestly don't like any of these either.
Yeah. I did realize that
wait.
Rising Star is kind of a move that he does have. The like charge air launch. It used to be tied to his forward sword attack. Yeah, yeah, these are the
Forward.
Fucking DmC inputs.
Yeah, how does this work?
So 2
like
towards and then
yeah.
yeah. See, normally these would be lock-on directional moves, but you don't have that lock-on button, so
all right. Well, what's the upgrade for
is Blistering the Swords the good one I'm remembering?
that one is that.
Yeah, that's his really good one typically.
Okay. What's the difference between... Oh, 5 sword. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what this looks like.
So again, a lot slower than how I'm used to it looking, but again, I haven't played Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 3 Vergil especially, I've not played in a long time.
It does track relatively well. Okay, yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah, that one's a big part of his game plan because it builds DT and, just does a lot of damage.
Well, it spends DT here, but we'll see.
Well, that's the thing. It spends it, but because you're gaining DT by doing damage, it's a good way to get back a bit of what you're using.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
I killed him.
You took his amulet.
It's useless. It only responds to Dante.
He gave it to him. Remember?
Did the amulets do something?
He's your favorite. You know that.
Did we establish that?
He admired his impulsiveness.
Not in this game.
Heart. You should find her. Show her what you've done. Finish what you've started.
Again, actual lore, they do stuff.
Right, after we're done of cutscenes, if you could look at chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hey, new character model.
Mm-hmm. I can never unsee that, I remember Pat Stares At and Woolly Versus did a playthrough of this DLC on the PS4 version, and the model was broken where her hair was clipping through her face. So it looked like her hairline was like at the halfway point of her face. It's terrifying.
That does not build up any goddamn DT, by the way.
Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, I'll go read Cassie's comment that it's very funny that Vergil imagines Dante as being a complete coward, despite knowing him to be the better fighter after literally just having bravely beaten him in a fight to determine the fate of humankind. Yeah. And also his manifestations telling him how Dante is stronger than him. It's weird. It's almost like it started off that the manifestations were against him, and now they're positive affirmation manifestations. Now they're encouraging him by telling him all his enemies are weak and mean and smelly.
Oh wait, did I do a lesser version of that move by having less Devil Trigger in summoning it? You see, I have one hovering around me right now.
It might just be... It gets used up. There's like a certain amount of hits they can do before they disappear.
I figured that might have been the other thing it could have been.
Yeah, so it'll stick around until...
Don't worry, Mother. Your nightmares will soon be over.
That's worst way to say that sentence. Worst tone of voice to say that sentence in.
And very on the nose. Also, it just comes out of nowhere that now suddenly he hates his mum. Like, where did that come from?
I mean, fucked up people got, they get their problems in bulk. So I'm sure it does not surprise me that Vergil also has issues like that.
It's just the whole brother rivalry thing is so absent from the main game, out of sight at one scene that I think is more lip service to just say, well, you can't say there's no brother rivalry scene because we wrote this one where they compare their dicks.
This thing's gonna just stick around, isn't it? I was expecting it to like decay eventually. Before I move forward, no, nothing. Johnny, I hate this DLC. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah, it's not very good.
I realize, like, I feel myself falling asleep as I'm playing this.
It's a again massive shame because giving Vergil an actual campaign built for him is kind of the fan dream, and then they just do a bad job. So it's a shame.
Okay, let's brainstorm here, right? Devil May Cry 6.
Yeah.
First of all, what would you want to see out of Devil May Cry 6 if they made one? Have you given this any thought? I
have two hypothetical follow-ups, and it's either we get young Sparda, like before he becomes like legendary Dark Knight status. So we get to learn more, like also get to see like the demon world from their perspective. Or it's a bit out there, but I like the idea of flipping the script and having a character that is a demon that's raised to think that the heroes of the Devil May Cry series are villains, because they essentially are two demon kinds. And to see like a demon have to that thinks like, oh yeah, these are these mythical like boogeymen in our universe, and have that character learn like, you know, to wake up to justice like Sparda did and Trish.
All right, those are some.
I had a bold take where I don't think Dante necessarily needs to come back in the story. Make him playable in some way, but he doesn't have to be in the story. I think there are enough characters now. You could make a story without him.
I agree with that. So okay,
heck, I even hypothetically he could, have a kid with some demon who like sides with him in hell if he just stays there for the rest of his life.
First of all, we had to say something nice that I missed. This is nice. Now that I have that move that I just bought for like a bunch of swords into one dude, I like how that lets you pile on damage and focus on someone else very easily.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking of, honestly, your ideas I think are more adventurous than my ideas that I had, because my first idea is Give me a whole game of Nero. I fucking love playing as Nero. I'll take a whole game as Nero. But, you know, why not make the Vergil game? Make
that too, yeah.
Do a full Vergil game at this point. What do I want to get?
Just have to think where exactly in the timeline you'd want to set it. So I can't imagine doing that after 5.
No,
maybe you could.
I feel
if
like
if
after
they
5,
came up with some journey in hell, but
after 5 would be, I feel like, the Nero game.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that's the thing. Regardless of what follow-up, I'd still want them to lean into having multiple playable characters.
Or, you know, if you want to pop some people, do the Lady and Trish game.
Yeah, there's that too. I'm still so confused. That ending in Devil May Cry 5 felt like, if not a sequel teaser, then at least like a mini campaign teaser, and then nothing happened.
You know, I don't think I ever played through the Trish and Lady modes in Special Edition for 4.
Lady plays pretty much how she plays in her Devil May Cry 3 boss fight, with a couple of extra moves. I don't find her as fun because she is just almost all guns. Trish, however, is really fun. Trish is like Devil May Cry 1 Dante gone wild, gone sexual. Like it's that moveset taken to an extreme. Her gimmick is around doing round trip. Her round trip lasts like 10-20 seconds, and she gets a full new moveset while it's happening. She's really fun.
I should play 4
Lady, I think,
again,
needs work. Lady,
honestly.
I think you would have to do something closer to how Bayonetta plays, where she does melee moves that she can turn into range moves. The closest to say something nice I could say at this point in the game is that I appreciate that this DLC tried more than the base game to emulate the series gameplay of the character you play as. Like, compared to how, like, Dante in the base game barely feels like a Devil May Cry game, let alone Dante. In some ways, he feels closer to Nero at times. There's at least an attempt to be like Devil May Cry 3 Vergil here.
Did I mention
even if it fails at some of it?
Did I mention in the previous one of the previous episodes that, like, when they had the announced trailer for Devil May Cry 5, my first thought seeing it before the end was like, oh, I can't believe they're doing a sequel to the Ninja Theory game. Because I thought Nero looked like Dante in this, kinda.
Yeah. I didn't see it personally, but I think it's because I would have expected more that art style. Whereas it just came off as like, oh, okay, this is a photorealistic take on Devil May Cry.
So I'm realizing now that I should have upgraded the spinny sword move, because if I upgrade it, I think it goes down to costing 3. Alright,
Yeah.
which way is forward? Because this looks like...
Yeah. And yeah,
Not
I get
forward.
Nero has the short hair in 5, but it's a completely different haircut from Dante's. Hey! Nice.
It's part of it. Honestly, I think it's less that he looked a lot like Dante, and that he looked so little like Nero as he did in 4.
Yeah, that's fair. It's when you see the models like side by side, it's a bit more apparent, but it is a very stark redesign. And you're not the only one. Like, I was active in that Devil May Cry Discord at the time, and a decent chunk of people made that same assumption. So even if I didn't understand it, I understand that it. You know, I don't relate to it, but I know it happens, so I don't fault anyone for it.
I mean, by the end of the trailer, when you see old Dante on the motorcycle, it's like, okay, no, I know what this is. Also, when it said Devil May Cry 5 and not DmC 2.
Oh yeah, once
that
they
was
showed
also...
the tube light on the neon light, yeah. Oh, nice save.
Yeah, I was trying to do the thing that I like doing with these guys, and the game punishes you for that.
Oh, I love this comment. VST PNV in chat says, something about this suddenly made me think of Vex.
Vex?
Yeah,
really? You know what? I've never played Vex, so
Vex
maybe...
is kind of interesting because it is a, you know, like, typical 6th gen platformer, but it has a kind of Devil May Cry influenced combat system.
Hey, maybe there's our fabled Western developed stylish action game right there.
Not quite, but it does have launchers and like a combo counter. You can see the inspiration even if like the execution's not there. Vex is a weird one though.
Is it a good one, a bad one, or an eh one?
My impression is but I'd still like to cover it just because it's a fascinating attempt to do a gritty, edgy take on the character mascot platformer.
I mean, it's not sounding like it's so much Bad Game Hall of Fame worthy.
Maybe not. Yeah. But, you know, I'll ask around because I know some people who have actually beat the game.
These encounters feel like they go on for too long, I'm gonna be honest.
That is a thing I'm noticing as well, is that his encounters are very long. I guess it's good that there's a lot of combat, it's just, I guess they couldn't spread them apart as much, so they just had to do waves.
It's also worse combat than the main game. I am honestly starting to think that me playing Vergil's Downfall is part of the reason I remember liking the original DmC. Like, I am honestly thinking that is pain, because I'm looking back now in my mind to playing this game a week ago and being like, I don't like this game, and thinking back on it now and being like, man, I wish I was playing Dante. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, well. Sauceless. That's kind of how this feels, you know? I mean, the original game wasn't good, but it was doing something. Even if what it was doing felt trite. Can I?
Yeah, but I think that's somewhere.
No, I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah. Very blue in this area. Very Vergil.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna drop this. I mean, that's a nice feature, honestly, in this game, the ability to just upgrade something.
Yeah.
So Sword of Lethal Hope, where is it? Consumes... Wait, so they both consume 3 Devil Trigger Orbs, but I had 3 earlier, and it wouldn't come out. I swear I had 3 when I was trying it.
I'll have to pay attention.
Alright, well, I'll put it back in the slasher in bed. It's something that gives me more damage in general. Have I maxed out the combo that I use all the time, though? That's not what I wanted.
The delay one? I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, this only has 1 upgrade. Oh! I honestly would have missed that.
Oh, right. Those little bonus things you had in the Dante campaign that gave you like more orbs and the little tracker, is that not available for Vergil? Or did we just forget to enable it?
Oh. You know what? I think that's not available.
Ah. Yay, worst enemy.
Hey, and a use of the color coding thing. Yeah, I don't want to pop the move yet. But I do want you to pay attention when I actually do trigger the spinny.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to trigger it. That's 4. It's absolutely 4, right?
That looked like... Yeah. If not 4, it looked like it was like 3, and then whatever was left in the extra slot.
Tell you what I'll do. It actually does build up fairly fast. So when I get 3, when I for sure just have 3, I'll trigger it.
Yeah.
Come down here. Oh, okay. What did that bounce off of? That.
Well, even in the base game, a lot of parries will just come out by accident. They make the time window so big. You'll just be doing a combo and some projectile hits you and pins off.
Oh, goodbye.
Yay! Honestly,
okay, I have 3.
Yep.
I can't do it.
Oh, wow.
Alright, I have 3. I have 3 and a touch.
And a bit. Yeah.
I can't do it. So it lied. It's not 3.
Yeah. Weird. And yeah, I don't know why those moves are that expensive. I will definitely have to load up some older Devil May Cry's and check, but I don't remember those moves being so expensive. Even in 3. See, the gravestone just said family on it.
I did not see that, no. Historical Society.
I was about to say. Fucking, I saw this in enough Western Silent Hill games. I can't blame this game as much for that, but that got so overused in Silent Hill, I just get annoyed anytime I see... Oh, it's spooky. We made a very long...
There's her hair.
Yeah. It's weird because in the base game, they clearly knew that you couldn't do long hair in this engine. And whoever designed that model did not get that memo.
Well, it might have been that, since they had her designed in the portraits, and if they want to do her in this,
well,
it's
they
like,
did
we have the design.
They had the, like, ghost model that shows up in one scene, where she's, like, just all in white. But I assume that is a different model.
I don't even mean model, I just meant, like, in the paintings, like, she has long hair. So if you want to have her in here, what am I doing?
I know, but they could have done the thing where just most of her hair was, like, static.
I feel like that would have looked worse, almost.
Yeah.
I've forgotten at this point that I have Judgment Cut. Okay, maybe this is just like a stay away, keep away thing. How many vital stars do I have? I can use one.
There you go. Guntax in chat says this is the worst enemy in the DLC. So we'll see how it goes.
I don't know if there's some real strategy to him or not.
Vergil, I'm so glad you're here. I thought I would never see you again. Vergil? Vergil? What's happened?
He's dead.
How?
It was me.
What?
I killed him.
You killed him?
She just looks peeved.
He was your brother.
He was your favorite. I could never be like him. Always waiting in his shadow, always second best. Well, not anymore.
You didn't know him until like a week ago.
I always loved you equally. You saved me from this to break my heart.
I had a chart and everything to keep track of it.
Look at me, Vergil.
I'm here to say goodbye.
What have you become? We gave you power, and you used it to kill. After everything we taught you!
Everything you taught me was wrong. All you gave me was power, nothing else.
I brought you into this.
You told me the Earth was flat.
Love. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Where's your heart?
I no longer have one, Mother.
No. Vergil!
Goodbye.
Please!
So she's real,
Yes.
right? Okay.
According to the developers, she is not a manifestation of his mind. That is just actually her. So I guess we're in some sort of hell. We're in the afterlife, even though Vergil is not actually dead.
I don't know.
Despite
Silent Hill got
what
her
he thinks. And for some reason, Vergil's just lying to her. Because obviously, Dante's fine. You didn't actually kill him, Vergil.
Oh, is this the end of the DLC? This level that we're at?
I think we are close.
Let's get that. Let's get no, it's this. This is what I'm thinking of. Alright, yeah. 3 Devil Triggers. Okay, I'm gonna get this. It says 3. I'm gonna see if it's actually 3. And one more upgrade. What do I actually use? Because I don't use much. Enemy step really feels useless in this one.
Yeah.
Maybe this. Maybe just
You'd only
faster.
use it for dive kick combos, and the dive kick kind of sucks. So.
All right, could you do me a favor? Because I need to step away from. Why don't you get a handle on how Vergil plays and talk to chat?
Yep.
And maybe see what chat's saying. So I'll be back in a sec.
Alright. That's his sword, right? Okay.
And do re-chat while I'm gone, please.
Yeah. Okay, that's how the charge works. Yeah, see, I'm Headful in chat mentioning... Can't tell if the cutscene Vergil was some kind of original take or based on early concept art, and that's not the final model. Yeah, that's the most jarring thing with those cutscenes, outside of just the quality of them and how weird they and unfinished they look. It's like the Dante, even Dante in some scenes just looks like a different character. Okay, that's just the charge. God, this spin move. Looks real goofy when you just spam it. Yeah, it's very painfully obvious going through this. Even just looking at it, you can just tell where money ran out. You know, I feel bad for, because Capcom have promised them the world, Ninja Theory. Oh, you're gonna take over the franchise and do all your cool Western take, and that's not what happened. Check one more move. Oh, that's weird. Why does that kick him away? Oh yeah, that's... Yep. Wait. Hang on, everyone.
What happened? What do you... Oh, okay. I came back and I just saw that, and I'm like, what did you do?
I was building anticipation.
All right. Well, let's get back into it. Let's not keep the audience anticipating. Let's go to what might be the final level.
Even beyond seeing like the list of the moves, like when you're actually playing him, you just realize, he feels like he doesn't have enough.
No crosses, no
Shadow.
pickups, no nothing. This might just be a boss fight, and that's it.
Oh no. There is more level after this then.
Oh.
You've done it. How does it feel?
Power. I need more power.
Oh, he said the thing again.
Need more
Why did-
Vespin gas.
Something that belongs to me.
This is mine.
was the frame rate really low for you as well there?
Yes, it was.
I didn't remember that. Never mind he was complaining at his mother for giving him power. Apparently he didn't like that. Okay, so there's something I've always heard about this design. And I can't comment on it because I've never watched it, but apparently this is stolen from Bleach. Yep, someone already referenced it in chat. Apparently this hollowed design is something from Bleach, but I've just never seen Bleach.
Oh, cool. I found a way to make him block forever. Is to do the move I spent all that PT on.
Yeah. So you weren't that much of a fan of that final Vergil counter, so let's see how you feel about their second chance.
Well, he was a chump in that fight, is the thing.
Sure, but you also just found it underwhelming, like, to play as well. So I'm curious what you think of this one. So I'm noticing so far he's very similar.
He is similar. He's blocking
Though
a
that
lot.
I think is new. Which I think is more Devil May Cry 3 of him than he normally is.
Oh, this is familiar.
There we go.
Knocking him into a
Yep.
cutscene. Uh-huh.
Ah, but what if he had phases where you can't fight him?
Can't shoot from there? Okay.
Nope.
Oh, that's him doing this to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was being clever.
You know what's cool? Boss fights where the boss just goes away and you just can't fight him for a minute.
Oh, I know that's your favorite thing. That's on your list of favorite things.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is always what I think of when I think of this fight. It's just... We've run out of ideas, so how can we extend this?
I feel like I should be, like, rewarded for using air trick when that thing happens. I was
And
hoping
because
they'd
these
still keep
stupid
it in
cutaways, yeah, you can't even skip the phases like you can in some games. Or at least I don't know if you can. Maybe you can if you really know what you're doing.
the fight, all right.
But if folks think this is the final fight, actually no, there is more after this. So do stay tuned.
I'm disappointed personally. I would love to kill him with this stupid kick.
Bing.
I'm gonna fish for it. I think there's maybe something else I need to do to him because I don't know. All right, never
There you
mind.
go.
Got him with a sword slice. Teenager sketchbook ass Vergil pose.
We're one and the same.
We're alike, you and I. Me.
Vergil?
Thank you.
Vergil, down boy. Don't chew the rug.
You deceived us, Vergil. Me and your brother.
You don't belong anywhere.
What have you become? Where's your heart?
Oh, he went Super Saiyan.
Oh, we got hair gel.
You know what's dumb? That's not even what he looks like in game now.
Oh, hey,
Hey!
that didn't feel like Triple S, but okay.
Yeah, but it makes you feel good to say you did Triple S.
No. Alright. Is there anything worth getting? I don't particularly like that move. It doesn't feel much better than that. Like, that feels fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I might as well
I
get
think if it didn't launch, it would be better.
perfect slice.
Also realized, I think it's like aerial, rave, or flush, one of the moves. If you do the delay version, it like knocks the enemy away. Yeah, this combo. Why would you want to knock them away in the air? It's just annoying. I was doing that in the practice mode, and I found that move. I was like, why would you want to knock an enemy away in the air? It pushed them down, like straight down like that, I would get it, but like if you're air juggling, the last thing you want is the enemies to fly away from you.
Wait. Oh, wait, I get it. This one, like, knocks him down and... No.
Yeah, that's just a knockdown.
Okay, I get it.
That's a follow-up, yeah.
You see where I'm confused of how this animation looks on here? Yep, back up in the air.
Yeah. Also, they don't explain. It says embed in the move name, but they don't say in the description that it does the embed, and I think that's why they pop back up. But that just looks broken. That looks like they used the wrong video.
Doesn't do it when I do it.
Yeah, I think they just used the wrong video.
Yeah, something just fucked up with that.
Yeah.
Man, it's almost like we didn't have time or money for this one.
Volcano charge.
Another chance. Another chance to win me over, game. Don't blow it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're back here. Are we back here? Who knows?
I've been here before. This time, it'll be different.
Jesus. All right, Asura.
So, I get what they were trying to do with the hair. They were trying to do his Devil May Cry 3 hair. The problem is, that game has a very different art style. There's a reason his hair is a lot less anime in Devil May Cry 5.
I like how his doppelganger is normal ass.
Oh, I didn't realize. That's weird. That seems like a mistake.
A lot of this seems like a mistake.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is the big thing they gave him to make him play different. Is they got Doppelganger from Devil May Cry 3, which was one of those styles you like barely use because it took away your Devil Trigger. And, you know, the other style moves. It was such a huge loss. And integrated it into a actual moveset.
Like, honestly,
and,
I don't see
Devil May Cry
myself...
5 brought it in. You know, that Doppelganger mechanic, and it was cool there.
I don't see myself using it here past the tutorial because that's all my Devil Trigger gauge. I think I'd rather use it on other things.
Yeah, That's the thing. So much has been spoken about ideas that this game had that 5 or 4 Special Edition brought in. I never hear anyone talk about if they were executed good in this game. Like, it's a bit different. There's a difference between taking good ideas and then fixing bad ideas. They're not the same thing.
All right, I have 3 pips now.
Yeah.
No, still doesn't. Even after I got the upgrade that said this will do 3. God, this feels so low rent, so sloppy. Things just breaking, things just not being correct. Like, basic information on how the game works is wrong.
Yeah. Oh. My Doom has a great question in chat. How much would this DLC have cost at the time?
You know, I truly have no idea.
I'll try and... we'll try and find that out.
I'm gonna guess $10.
I've had enough of this place.
Yeah, I'm looking at... Yes. If you pre-ordered from GameStop, you got it for free. If you didn't, it was $8.99. So you were very close.
That's an odd price point, you know, for something. But yeah, close. I hear the breathing.
Yeah, it's sometimes actually really hard to find the launch prices of stuff. People don't seem to track that much. The pro tip I have is to look for articles that are reporting release dates, because those will tend to list the launch price. Is it just directly above you?
Yes.
Yep.
Whoops, that's okay. I air-clicked into the
fucking
thing.
hitbox. Yep. That's just an awkward placement. There you go.
Another one.
Yeah. That's something I think people forget. Like some DLC was definitely like lower scale and size, but DLCs used to actually be relatively affordable in the 7th generation. And it's like, yeah, $5 to $10 was usually the price point. Sid mentions found a thread of people saying, "I paid $9 for this."
Yeah, that's a appropriate response. I know it's the nature of definitive releases or updated releases, but it really it says a lot that this is just free at this point.
Oh, okay. I guess at certain health values, she can recover from being knocked off.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. I hate how much the sheer number of flying enemies in this DLC, in a DLC that takes place entirely over bottomless pits.
Yeah, I don't get it. I wish I knew what they were thinking, because I can't fathom it. Outside of just they thought it was really challenging. It's like, yeah, but not in a good way.
I'm down here.
It's like if you design a fork that's like completely blunt on the ends but also hurts to hold, that's not a challenge. That's not a challenging thing you've made. That's just a bad fork.
I don't know, the challenge fork is a good idea in principle. Are they back? Did I respawn this encounter somehow?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay, wait. Can I just skip over there?
Oh no. And you've already had your downfall. You just... Nah, that was bonus.
Actually, this is a better place to do this fight.
It is a better place to fight, though, yeah. Also, one thing you won't have in this version is they added a Devil May Cry 3 Vergil costume to Definitive Edition, and it just makes him look like the lamest cosplayer in the world. Like, it doesn't look... It's weird. It doesn't look like a cheap cosplay, but it doesn't suit him at all.
Alright. Nope, wrong button.
You know, when it comes to, like, very stylized characters, cosplayers have learned to do makeup in a way that adds, like, that kind of shading and definition to their face. And when you don't do that, it just, yeah, will look odd. Oh, he's so cool now. He's still has to shield himself from fire.
Well, clearly he's an Iceman. Just by his color scheme, the fact he looks like fucking Snow Miser now. Like Jack Frost from that one Santa Claus movie.
Yeah.
Okay, a question about the Santa Claus. I don't know if you've ever seen that film or those films.
I think the first one, yeah.
He's married in the first film, right?
No.
No?
He's divorced.
He's divorced,
yeah.
Okay. Because I know in the second film, like, he finds a Mrs. Claus. I thought he was married in the first film, and I was like, what is the progression there of going from married to becoming Santa Claus and leaving that life behind, going like, you know what, I'm going to remarry, actually, and not my original life.
The whole thing is that his ex-wife is remarried.
Okay.
So he's kind of going through that crisis of like, oh, I'm looking after my son, but also he's got this new dad on the side, and
that's me not remembering the Santa Claus.
Don't blame you.
No, I don't want items necessarily.
They are strange movies. I watched was it Alison Pregler video on the first two films recently, and they just go into how weird the lore is. Oh, so yeah, here's the delay stuff. Which, if I remember right, Devil May Cry 3's Doppelganger had delay mechanics as well. There was a way you could, like, change the sync.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I am not going to engage that system.
Yeah, it does take a bit of practice to use in a useful way.
I feel like that would be playthrough number 2 on this, and this is never getting a playthrough number 2 from me.
Oh, I'm Headful says, I thought you were talking about Tumblr Sexy Man Jack Frost from that DreamWorks movie.
Maybe. Could also be that.
I think I've seen that one as well at some point.
Yeah, make summon swords faster. I'm running out of things I actually want to upgrade.
How fast can you do them in this?
That's as fast as you can.
God, I swear in Devil May Cry 3, he can go way faster than that.
I feel like that too,
Oh,
yeah.
Just casually run through a door. I'm all hollow now. Check me out.
Oh, these guys again.
Like, he just looks so unassuming facial expression despite whatever's happened to him now. He's reached Devil Trigger level 2, I guess.
Oh, now would be a good time for it. There we go.
Yep. Oh yeah, that really.
Yeah, that's how you get. That is how you get style points. Sure. Baroo! I'm pretty sure that was Vergil saying that.
Yeah. I think you got slightly hit there.
I did. I got, like, just tapped. Yeah. Bye.
Yep. It was gonna happen again. It was bound to happen.
I carried something while I was doing that. Just
while you were doing that, just remind myself how annoying it is this game doesn't have lock on. Because you have to rely on the auto lock to focus the camera on enemies, and sometimes it just doesn't. You know, the reason why stuff like
something finally dropped health. That's the first time anything's dropped health in this entire DLC.
Oh, yeah. like some action games, I think of Dark Souls, Demon Souls. Also, Astral Chain has this as an option. No, I disabled it because I think I didn't like it. But they put attacks on the shoulder button so you can control the right stick to do the camera. And like, yeah, if you don't have a lock on that's going to keep enemies in focus, you need to let the player use the right stick easy. And this game doesn't do that.
I had to buy a new DualSense controller the other day. Mine started getting like bad stick drift. And part of me wanted to get that Elite controller that has like the back buttons on.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a adapter for that for my PS4 controller, and it is really useful. I did not want to pay an extra $100
yeah,
for that feature.
the prices for... Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I have an Xbox One Elite controller is because it was reduced, and it came with whatever was the latest Forza Horizon at the time. So in my head, I was like, oh, well, that's just me buying the game and a controller for 60.
Yeah, that's
that controller is actually a steal. It shouldn't be. Even buying a controller for £60 is stupidly high.
Oh, like
I know it's not by today's standards, but I still insist that is too much.
I paid like more than 80 for this fucking DualSense, and that's just like I bought the cheapest one possible. Given the fact that some of the colors are like sold at a premium.
Like, yeah, you're buying a more gimmicky, weird controller, then I get price points going above 60. But just for like the basic fit, I don't know what it is. It's because they put so much tech shit in controllers now that's up the price, and also made them less durable and they easily break. Oh.
Just imagine if like these actual major, like the Sony produced ones or the Microsoft produced ones. Just imagine if they had Hall effect joysticks, like they cost $500 because it costs so much to put that in, you know.
It's not really related to anything, but every so often I get exposed to people that are like, oh, modern gaming sucks because, oh, people want to make political messages in their games and there's activists and they're the reason things suck. And it's like, what the fuck do those people have to do with consoles getting more expensive as the generation goes on, controllers costing like $100 plus, every game being a live service microtransaction bullshit? That's got nothing to do with those people. Oh, but that's why gaming's bad, because someone wants to like tell a story about a marginalized group. Yeah, sure, buddy.
$80 video games.
They're the ones running the industry. The people who are on the scale below QA staff. Sure.
$80 video games are actually a statement on apartheid. It's subtle.
Did the camera zoom out more suddenly, or am I just...
I don't know. Honestly, what I'm feeling right now is like, never have I been more ready for a game to be fucking done.
Yeah. But you've got a true final boss to fight still. A Mega Dante.
Why did that one not drop health? I'm on nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they want you to be getting health back with Devil Trigger more? Yeah, it reminds me of how Devil May Cry 3's initial release, the Capcom USA, made it harder because they were both paranoid about rentals and also paranoid about critics saying it was too easy. And I get that kind of vibe from the way this DLC was designed as well.
At least I hit a checkpoint.
Which contrasts quite funny with how Vergil plays in the other Devil May Cry games, where they just make him overpowered, so even if he's fighting enemies that aren't designed around his gameplay, he can just power through it anyway, because he just has such a stylish, crazy moveset.
I didn't miss all
until
of that.
Set. Did that soul go rar when you picked it up?
Rar.
I don't know how I feel about that. Joe Trio chat says, just realizing that Vergil met his long-lost mother just to own her. It's just... We'll definitely go into this a bit more, but I feel like most people expected this DLC to go, so why did Vergil turn? What was up with that? And I feel like the conclusion, based on the writing here, is because he sucks. He's a like narcissistic, like I keep forgetting the words, but he's got a complex, and that's why.
Inferiority complex?
Yeah. He's just a lame.
You know what? I'm feeling like after 2 hours. After 2 hours of this, and now we're back in the first level again, pretty much. I'll take the Dante levels with like words saying like, be stupid, go into debt, obesity. Like, I'll take that over this.
Sure, yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah, like it's not... That stuff wasn't as cool as the game thinks it is, but you can at least get like a... That's goofy enjoyment out of that stuff.
Ow.
This is just, you know, seeing a character that's considered so cool and like a villain that people legitimately like, though, you know, like recognize his evil, but just love the personality and understand his plight and, you know, his complex, you know, different philosophy of like life lesson he took from, you know, his family and mother getting killed. And they just make him so lame here.
Yeah,
like,
it's like
even less likable than he was in the main game.
Like in the main game, he's kind of got no personality other than I want power. Like, that's it. And that makes him more endearing by the fact of like, yeah, he's not being a piece of shit in like a philosophical sense. He's just like, yeah, I'm evil. Give me power.
Oh, I see Glitcher in chat asking how this DmC in general would... Oh yeah, how is DmC in general? How would you rate the game?
Okay, so...
definitely for the extended thoughts, go check out part 4. But
yes.
I think we could go into a little bit of it here.
Yeah, I thought it had some good bones to it. I think it makes a good first impression in terms of gameplay. I think that it falls... Specifically, we're talking about the original version, not Definitive Edition. Guess what we've been playing.
Yes, yeah.
I think it has a lot of gameplay faults by the end that really bring it down. In terms of, like, level design, in terms of, like, encounter design. There are some decisions there that I think were just awful, like the color-coded enemies and how that was handled. Also, we go into depth about how the story is just awful, and for some people, just flat out ruins the game. God damn it. This has all been one long-ass encounter, too. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry if I don't have a lot of cognizant thoughts while I'm trying to not die here, but Johnny, you take over.
Yeah. The nicest thing I can say about DmC Devil May Cry, the reboot, is it is more of a mixed bag. I can't call it like an outright just bad game, because it does execute on some ideas, and you know, it's a weird hypothetical to say, oh, if this was a Devil May Cry game, I would like it more. But it's more to say that how it compares to Devil May Cry is it's not favorable. If a game hypothetically had come out that was designed the same way, just mechanically, it was, oh, here's a game that Ninja Theory made that was inspired by Devil May Cry, and it played the same. Like, I don't think those issues would be as glaring, but it was, you know, it was trying to hold up to such prestige, like such finely tuned gameplay, and ultimately it's like a bit shoddy in places, a bit janky, some real bad ideas, like the color-coded enemies.
Cutscene.
A lot of level design, yeah. And yeah, writing is unredeemable in DMC.
I will say that where I landed on it was, even if you didn't consider it a DMC game, there's so many better character action games out there than that.
Yeah.
There's a world of better character action games that aren't DMC that are way better than that. I always say play Assault Spy. It's...
Yes. Live long and prosper. I don't know why he was doing... I was doing the Vulcan hand symbol there.
Okay, if you do want more cognizant thoughts, as Johnny said, check out episode 4. We have probably 40 minutes of us going real in depth into overall thoughts on game structure. And then we have the whole history section too. I don't know what music I want to see over that. Wizard of Oz? What? Huh? Oh, wait. What?
Yep.
Ooh.
Wait. Alex Antonades. There's a different Antonades? That's not Tamim. Who's that? The family.
Carolina Jesus. That's my Lord and Savior.
So, yeah. Didn't mention this in the history section with, the post-epilogue history section. But it's also very funny that this game ends on a very obvious sequel teaser.
Rightly so.
Oh, also,
it ends on it ends on a real missing slide.
Yeah. But at least a vague of oh, he's gonna come back and better than ever. He's the real villain now. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, no music in this credits.
Anywhere
right?
You go, any downfall you found for.
Good work.
Am I just missing it?
No, I could be wrong. I think this is just how this is. They really had not the budget they thought they were gonna have when they started this.
They managed to get 2 babies out in that time, though.
Hell yeah.
It was supervised by Hideaki Itsuno.
Yeah. I part of me wonders how much of that carries over from the main game, though. It really does not feel like it had the oversight that the main game had.
I feel like I blanked out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a rough cut.
Yeah, I'm not playing the year render screen because I can't mouse over to the other thing.
Just the way this game works at full screen. Building that anticipation again. Yeah, it's real wet fart. It's weird as well that you have the big fight, the boss fight, you get the power back, which is not that huge of an upgrade, and then it ends on that encounter.
It ends on the first level.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, now you're cool enough to take on this encounter you lost the first time.
And I'll be honest, I was really struggling in that fight because I was like, I have 1 vital star left and I don't want to use it because I assume there's a final fight coming up.
Yeah.
And the final boss, truly, the final boss of this game is just that one enemy you fought earlier.
Yeah. You know, that scene where you're chasing Dante and it's clearly teasing up to it, and then it cuts to the animatics of you kicking him and that kills him, is the symbol of this was planned to be a bigger thing and did not get the money to do so.
I imagine them
very late as well, because if they knew they weren't gonna have the budget for a Dante fight, I probably would have cut teasing a Dante fight maybe. So I get the feeling they did not have a lot of time on this either.
Again, I know games aren't made linearly, but I picture them doing the Vergil boss fight or the Hollow Vergil boss fight, and being like, okay, we did it. we got the boss. It's done. Final boss. And they're like, no, we can't end it there. We can't end it on, like, a new final boss fight. We got to go back to the first level. And then fight some normal enemies.
Okay.
And now we end it.
See, the feeling I get is that there was meant to be one actual big encounter when you get past that gate, and that's what got cut. So at least the hollow Vergil fight would not feel like what was meant to be the final boss. But yeah, guess we'll never know.
It would have made more sense if it ended at that Vergil fight, and then they say, like, now you've unlocked the full potential of Vergil, you have Doppelganger, play again, and try this new ability. Welcome to the stream, iCat. I guess we just finished Vergil's downfall. It just sort of ended. These are very long credits.
Hang on, I know there's no music. They're doing like the Sopranos, the way the Sopranos ended. But they couldn't get the license to Don't Stop Believing, so. And because we talked about in the main playthrough as well, that I do not understand people that want the idea that, oh, there'll be a sequel to this. This is a world to follow up on, maybe even alongside 5. This DLC especially makes me go, why would you want to follow up to this? Did this really get you excited for fighting Vergil again, but now he's glowy and he can make demons bow? Like the Circle of Life? Like, it did not like, I don't see anything interesting that this DLC set up outside of, that Vergil's lame now.
Like,
how do you like that?
What about either of the Vergil boss fights in this game would make you think, I want to fight this dude again? Rematch.
Yeah, well, again, that's the thing. Like, the people I've talked to who like this game to the point that they wanted a follow-up was less about just the gameplay, and it was more the world. Even though they would admit the writing's bad, they were like, oh, I want to see more of the world, though.
So Daryl asks, can you play through the regular game of Vergil now? No.
No. In the definitive edition, they did make a bloody palace campaign for him. Unfortunately, the free one they added to the base version was only for Dante.
How are we still getting credits? We saw the Unreal Engine thing.
Yeah,
honestly, credits feel like credits in general feel way longer when there's no music. It turns out.
Yeah. Yeah, that awkward.
This is like Vamp Challenge level 5. Not level 4. Level 5 would be if there was just like a loading screen, I guess. For 10 minutes.
Okay, interesting. So the PC porting people also did some level design as well. I wonder if they apparently I guess this DLC because there was a credit for a level designer. I know Q-Lock did more work on the definitive edition, but yeah, I guess they had some involvement.
I mean, we can't skip
this is a thing that kind of bothers me about credits as well, though. Is they sometimes credit people who, I guess it's good they get credit, but when they're like, oh, this is the person who worked on the website, I'm like, shouldn't that credit be on the website?
It's better to give credit than not.
I know. Yeah. I shouldn't moan. I should not complain.
You've completed Vergil's Downfall. Unlock Son of Sparta with brand new remixed enemy setup and behaviors. No thanks. Oh, first things first. We're gonna pull the game down for a sec, so I can go to the overlays, and then hit. All right, and now we go back to the game. We'll take turns here on being in training and just making things happen on screen. Actually, before I do that, I should have us on screen too. There we are. All right, Johnny. Yeah, why don't you take control? Why? Give my thoughts. This sucked. This was awful. So I am now aware that there are people who say, oh, this is the redeeming one. Or, at least we got Vergil's Downfall out of DmC. We got the good gameplay one. No, this sucked. This sucked, like, on a fundamental level. Like, the level design was awful. It was just all purgatory stuff. It was just all floating platforms. That's all it had. The enemies encounters suck. They took way too goddamn long. They put in enemies that just don't work with Vergil's moveset, pretty much. Like, there are so many flying enemies, and, like, that is not Vergil's forte in this. And, you know, the flying enemies paired with everything is a bottomless pit. Like, design-wise, everything about this sucked. And Vergil is just not fun to play in this. Like, he's supposed to be this power fantasy character, right? Like, when you get to Vergil in these games, you're supposed to feel like this walking badass. You're supposed to be like this badass, this walking, like, specter of death. You're supposed to be fucking up everything. And Vergil just feels like a slog to play. Like, the most enjoyment I got was, like, spending some of his DT on, like, those attacks for distance stuff. What's it called? Judgment cuts, always fun. It took 3 levels to actually get to the point of Judgment Cut, but, you know, that's at least there. But such a weak moveset. Like, such a limited moveset, too, compared to Dante. And Dante already has a real limited moveset in this game, compared to other Devil May Cry games. Yeah, I do not see the appeal of this. I do not see anyone who says, like, that this is the most fun part of this game, or that this is the standout, or this is a redeeming thing. I don't see it. I don't even... Like, Johnny's messing around with doppelganger stuff right now. I don't even see how that would help, to be honest. Like, I don't see there being tech that I'm missing that makes this good. And this feels completely unfinished. Like, you know, obviously the cutscenes being those animatic things. And, you know, to a certain extent, you have to think about time and money. It's like, okay, maybe they didn't have budget to do full-ass cutscenes. That's fine. They look kind of but maybe they're limited there. But there's so many things that just aren't working correctly, like weird UI elements that were hanging in the air for the whole platforms, and straight up some of the text just lying, like that one DT mode saying like, oh, this costs 3 bars. It costs 4. If you upgrade it, it still costs 4. Just incorrect information. Some of the videos, or at least one of the videos, previewing a move is wrong. It shows the move working in a wrong way because it's like a janky video that cuts between something. I don't know what you just did.
Yeah.
That happened.
That didn't last long because that would have to give a seizure warning there for a second.
Yeah, like maybe there's a little something if you really, really, really got super invested in this. Maybe you can make cool things happen with Doppelganger. Like, I see what you're doing with it right now, and it's like, yeah, maybe, but like, it's such an awful package all around. And if we even want to talk about the story, it's like, I could barely talk about the story. I'm so checked out of this story. Like whatever. Like, Vergil's a piece of shit. Like, he goes to his mind palace and comes out a worse person for it. He meets his mom only to own her. We have a final boss fight that's basically the normal Vergil fight, but worse because there's just waiting sections. We have a pointless retread of the first level. We end just in the middle of a basic-ass encounter, and it just shows, like, up, they bow, and we're moving. But what is this? This feels so unnecessary. This feels like it didn't need to come out. This feels like it makes... I said this earlier, but I understand now. I think I understand why I had a better memory of DmC. It's because I think it's honestly because I played this DLC and was like, oh man, the base game is so much better than this. So hey, I mean, maybe if they wanted to get people back on their side, released this DLC and made people like think fondly back of their original game. Maybe that was the plan the whole time. All right, I can take over if you want to give your thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is a real wet fart ending to the DmC, Devil May Cry story. And I mean the story is just like the story of going through the game. That, you know, like regardless of how the base game executed on it, you could have done something interesting to explain, okay, so why did Vergil turn? Why did he have this plan to rule over... Like, why does he think this lowly of humans? And why did he think Dante would side with him? They don't address any of that. And they just say, oh yeah, he has a brother complex. He has a mother complex. We're trying to redo the live up to Sparda storyline. But it doesn't make sense because in this universe, Sparda was just like... he was just the right-hand man of Mundus. He was just an advisor. The Grand Vizier, essentially. Not the legendary Dark Knight. And, yeah, just the characterization. They make him so lame. Even his manifestations call him out on his own bullshit. Kat rightly points out that he can't claim, like, that he loved and cared and saved Kat if his whole thing was just to use her so he could rule over humanity. And apparently his own manifestation believes that. Like, himself. And that's who you're supposed to be playing and rooting for in this DLC. You know, like, Vergil was always evil, doing morally reprehensible things. But his plight was at least understandable. That he, you know, was like the other side of the coin of Dante that went the wrong way, but you understood why he felt the way he did, and wanted him to get up, you know, past his problems and redeem himself. Hence, what eventually happens in Devil May Cry 5. And I get they're trying to set him up to be a potential big villain in the future, but nah. Like, I remember talking to some people about a hypothetical Devil May Cry DmC 2. I wouldn't have even had Vergil be in it. I would have just dropped him. But like, nah, give it time, give it space, just don't have him around. Because this DLC did not build him up good enough. And then, yeah, the gameplay is just that, you know, the base game already didn't have the polish, the precision, the kind of, the like, really handcrafted, super... getting super into mechanics and just like how each move works that Devil May Cry normally does. But it, you know, it felt polished for what it was going for. And this feels put together in a very shoddy way, even outside of where the obvious budget issues are. It's just designed in a strange way. You've made a character who is clearly meant to be very grounded, and then you put him in these tiny ass arenas with enemies that constantly fly outside of the arena space, and you're, you know, keeping this annoying hold triggers to do certain moves. When I was messing around, by the way, I realized that because that's how it works, you can't do summon sword moves if you're trying to pull enemies or you know, zip to where enemies are, because you have to pick between one or the other. So that already makes this gameplay awkward as well. It's just a minor thing, but it came to me while I was playing. And yeah, his moveset ends up just, you know, it's not helped by the fact that he just uses the katana, but they could have, you know, emulated some of his non-Yamado moves. And they do a couple of, like, one or two of them. But he just feels underbaked. He feels less of a character than Special Edition Devil May Cry 3 Vergil. And he feels slightly underbaked in that. And that was just, you know, like a bonus re-release. This was like a proper bespoke DLC that was supposed to be like his own little journey and gameplay stuff. And yeah, it's just... yeah, it's a shame. The thing is, I get the impression that the developers probably had grander ideas, and then they had to compromise a lot. To the point where they might actually have been better suited to just make him a character that played through the same levels. You would have had to have, you know, trimmed out all the like cutscene parts, but that probably would have made the gameplay of the main game better. But yeah, it's just a shame. And I guess the main nice thing we have is it makes you realize that the main game actually was pretty well put together in comparison to this.
In comparison,
yeah,
because I think that's where a lot of my memories of the original game being alright came from, was having played this. I think that this game is some sort of cognito hazard. That it makes you think that original DmC Devil May Cry is actually decent. I will say, again, while playing this, I thought I had a lot beyond I'm ready to stop playing this. Was, man, I wish I was just playing the main game instead.
Yeah. And I will say, in regards to Definitive Edition, I've not played Vergil in that. I know he is tuned, but they don't give him like a huge moveset or anything. It's just like minor tweaks. And when I've seen people play the Definitive Edition version of the DLC, they seem to have kind of the same impressions we had. Like, they come away with the same feelings. You know, Definitive Edition was not like the budget of a whole re-release. It was mostly just kind of like mod style hacks and fixes to stuff. So there was wasn't expecting it to fix whatever issues this had, but just to let people know, yeah, Definitive Edition did not seem to really address the issues.
Alright, you think that'll do it?
Yeah, and well, Vergil, you fell down, and you know, just stay down. Don't worry about it. Don't have to get back up.
Well, I, for one, am particularly excited that I don't have to play this anymore. I can uninstall this game. There's other stuff I could be playing. There's other stuff in general that we could be playing in the show, which I should get to in a moment. So let me go ahead and usher you there by saying, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. We finally made it through. We finally got to the other side. We fell down through this god-awful DLC. Man, this is one of the... I tend to be a little more positive on this show. I hated this one. This sucked, but it's good to see that we finally made it through. And thank you all for joining us, and thank you, Johnny, for joining me through this downfall. Cass got to get off easy. Cass ain't gonna get off too easy in the upcoming days because we got more streams coming up. On this Thursday, we will be streaming the one of the co-winners of our patron poll for the movie The Game. We had a tie between the winners, so we decided to go with the shorter one first. We will be playing Top Gun on the PSP, specifically a PSP mini game. Spoiler alert, this was an iPad game, and then it got ported to the PSP. So, I know Cass has been really looking forward to this one, because this is a mess. This is gonna be a mess. It's gonna get some songs stuck in your head, and it's not the song you're thinking. On Saturday, we will return to a Bad Game Chance Time, in which we play some game. Well, it's not necessarily like games we don't know we're getting into. We know we're getting into because we're gonna spin wheels.
Sometimes, yeah.
We're gonna spin some wheels. We're gonna hit some blocks. We're gonna decide who plays what genre of game on what console, and we're gonna decide what bad game that is. So that is always a crowd pleaser. So join us for that. On Monday, we will be doing our Casual Monday show, in which we play some not-so-bad games, just hang around and chill out. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be having a theme night of Sonic Bootleg Blast. We're taking some of those Sonic games that you might have found hidden in the back of a Goodwill, some of those Sonic games that you might have picked up on Temu, stuff with like a you found it on eBay. It's a Game Boy cart that has like a sticker on it that doesn't look like it belongs there, and it's really faded and kind of washed out. We're playing those Sonic games.
Yeah.
So that one should also be very good, so tune in for that. Yeah, Luis PSC says Sonic 4, let's go. Trust me, 4 is not anywhere near as high as we're going to go in the numbers of Sonic games for that one. We're going to go to sequels well beyond 4.
Yeah.
But if you enjoyed the show tonight, and you want to hang out with us some more, you could do so over on the Discord. We got a whole community over there of bad game connoisseurs talking about games, bad and good, talking about not video games too. We're also doing a bad game of the month club. We're about halfway through February, and right now everyone is playing Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, a third-person shooter adventure game made by the same people who did Danger Girl, which was one of our other patron winners. But if you want to take your support a little further, you could do so financially by becoming a subscriber on Twitch, a member on YouTube, or a patron on our Patreon. That will get you access to the Patron Saints channel in our Discord, where you can vote on polls to determine the direction of the show going forward. That is why we're playing Top Gun this week, and why we'll be playing another game, also chosen by our patrons at Tide, next week. But we'll let you know that on Thursday. But if you can't support us at this time financially, we totally understand. A way you could do that for free is by sharing our YouTube channel. We got a playlist there of suggested viewing, 20 handpicked episodes we think make for good onboarding. Or, if you know someone who thinks that Vergil's downfall was the actual peak of DmC Devil May Cry, that it was the thing that redeemed it with gameplay, link him to this episode and say, really?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm eager to see comments. You know, make the case, because I
Yeah.
like to see that. I'm curious why people have different opinions on us on this DLC.
Yeah, tell me if I missed a button on the controller that made it fun, and maybe we'll go back to it if that was the case, but I doubt it. All that being said, let's see who's out there to raid this evening, or if there's anyone to raid this evening. Let's see, who is doing what? Got a lot of people are live right now. Alright. Well, Proxy... Make sure they're still streaming. Yes, okay. I see Proxy Glitchcat is doing Atari Lynx Wheel. So...
Yeah!
Yeah, let's go check out some Atari Lynx games. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, we'll get that started as soon as the stream ends. But I'd like to thank you all again for showing up. And the Bad Game Hall of Fame. I've been Doppelganger Turkey.
And I'm the storm that is approaching, provoking Johnny Baghead.
Thanks again. And good night, everybody.
Toodles!
Hey, that was the wrong button, folks. Good night, everybody.
Toodles!